to show you the Quickie Curls Kit. Now, I'm not going to show you how I wash and condition my hair, but I'm going to talk you through it. So do not worry. I've already done it and my hair is drying out. So I will just quickly go through what I do. So the Strength shampoo what I do is put 1 or 2 pumps in the palm of my hand, and then I emulsify in my hand and lather it up, and then I only add to the roots. Remember that, do not bring it all the way down. However, in saying that, you can add a slight little barrier of conditioner on the ends while you're shampooing, just so that when you rinse it off, then it's gliding over the ends and it's not going to dry out your ends. So rinse out your shampoo and then add in your conditioner, add it to the mid, to the ends, and I use about 3 pumps. So detangle as much as you can without causing too much breakage, and then flip your hair over and detangle again. And then when you rinse it out, we rinse with cold water or very lukewarm water. In the summertime, it's perfect. You can use cold water, it's great. But in the winter, if you're a little bit cold, then lukewarm water is fine. Just make sure it's not hot because you don't want to hurt any of your scalp, and also hot water is not great for your scalp. And the reason that we flip our hair over when we rinse out the water simply is because the top half of your hair is where you get all your damage. So you would notice the top half is frizzier than under here. And that's because you're using, when you're rinsing and washing, the water is beating right down on the top of your hair and causing some damage. It's also weather damage, it's pollution, it's the sun, all of that. So if we can eliminate one little thing, like washing our hair upside down, then that is what we can do. Now with the Quickie Kit, I actually suggest that you do this all in the shower. So once you've rinsed out your conditioner, then start the styling process straight away. But because obviously I cannot do that in the shower, I'm going to re-wet my hair. So I'm going to do that now and come back and show you how we style. Okay, so we're completely dripping wet now. So what I like to do is I do this method with dripping wet hair, but if you are the kind of person that works better with damp hair, then please feel free to do that. It's all about experimenting, so it really depends on what works best for your hair. So we use our Curls Best Friend leave-in conditioner. It's nice and creamy. You might need to use more. I don't use a lot. And what you do is just emulsify in your hand so that you're spreading it across your entire palm. This is also going to, if you add a little water, it expands more. It's going to give you a lot to work with, okay? So I kind of like glaze it over and then start to use my fingers to spread it throughout. And the best thing you can do is lift it away from your scalp, because what that's going to do is give you a little bit more volume. And then we go in with our gel, which is You Go Curl, which is our medium enhancing gel. And this is also a bit of experimentation. I don't use a lot because I don't like a huge amount of hold in my hair, because I like it to be quite voluminous. But this is something that you can trial out each time. Again, rubbing it through our hands all the way up to our fingertips. And I glaze on again and then pull through as well. All right, so we have all of our product in, and you should start to see some clumps just from using our fingertips. So what I like to do is just shake it out and start to create some clumps, just so that you get a little bit more defined curl. I just pump a little bit, and at this point, if you do have a brush and you want to start adding in some defined curls, this is when you can do it. I sometimes use the mini brush, and I go through and I just pick out little pieces, especially my fringe, because I have this fringe now, and I just brush it through and curl it underneath and just let it do its thing. But if there's certain spots, like I know that around here, around my face, these spots always end up being really limp. So I'm just gonna go through, and all you need to do is just twist it and let it go. This is not in the kit, but it's just something extra that you can do if you have a brush. All right, so now that we are all good to go, that's when we get our microfiber towel. It's perfect because it's really big and it's gonna help you to really scrunch away all the excess water. So just start scrunching and you'll see that a lot of water is gonna come out of that. Gently move your hair from side to side. You don't want to break up too many of those styled clumps so moving your hair around nice and slowly is going to prevent that from happening. And just shake it out away from your scalp. So you should have now at a point where you can shake away any of those curls from the root of your hair and shake it down. And this is where we have 3 different ways to walk out the door. A little bit more difficult with a fringe. So we have 3 levels to the quickie kit. I'm going to show you the first one, which is the 5-minute routine. So once you've scrunched all the water out, like I said, you just have to flip your hair in those different directions and let it sit naturally. And throughout the day, just casually keep flicking a little bit here and there just to make sure that it's sitting right. It is a lot harder with a fringe. So the 10-minute routine is something that I actually do quite a lot. So once you've scrunched out all the water, then what you're gonna do is flip your hair over and just start diffusing really gently. So we have just a standard hairdryer and it has 3 levels, which is what you want. I always put it on the middle levels for heat and air. And we have our diffuser as well, which is foldable and easy to apply to anything with a nozzle. This fits most hairdryers. So because we're going to be diffusing, I do this upside down for extra volume. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hover over the roots and the mid-length, and then we're going to come back and I'll show you the rest. A quick tip with the 10-minute routine is to hold the diffuser up to our roots and just distribute. So this is going to dry your roots even quicker. So the aim of the game is to have dry roots so that the rest of the hair follows. So that's our 10-minute routine, and once your roots are kind of dry, then go about your day and again start flipping your hair just nice and gently throughout the day to let the air flow through and give you volume. So the 15-minute routine is basically you're going to dry your hair completely. So for me, if I'm working from home, I'll probably do the 5-minute routine and just let it dry naturally and only, or the 10-minute routine. And then if I'm going outside and I need dry hair, because if you walk outside with wet hair, you will tend to get a little bit more frizz just from the, the air. So if I'm going out, then I will dry it completely and I'll do the 15-minute routine. So we're going to do that now. Basically, you have already done all the roots, and now what you're going to do is start to come in and just start to dry the mid-lengths a little bit more. And then once you're done drying most of that, that's when we come in and we start cupping. Now you can cup with your diffuser. This is going to probably cause some frizz, so just be mindful of that. Or what you can do is you can cup with your hand and then dry like that. So I do a combination of everything just because frizz doesn't scare me. I'm quite okay with it. So I'm going to do that now and then we'll come back with the results. Okay, so we are at that stage where our hair is nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is create a little bit more volume for me. That's what I like to do, and just fix a few of these curls in the front. So sometimes these curls form and they end up being like really big ringlets. So I like to go and just separate them really quickly, just nice and gently. And if you've got this excess scrunch from using a little bit too much product, all you need to do is just scrunch it out. And we also have the scrunch out the crunch oil. If you prefer to do that, we have that available. this just adds a little bit of, it just stops with a little bit of. So I'm going to scrunch out any extra crunch, and then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of volume by adding my fingers in and just fluffing it. Or if you have a pick, you can use that as well and just go in and just lift up those roots. But today I'm going to use my fingers. And that is your final result, a really nice fuss-free, malleable curl that you're just gonna be able to have last for days and days. Check out our refresh on Curl Talk TV so you can see how to refresh it each day. It's a very simple process and I'm sure you'll love it. We also have the Quick Fix 3-minute mask, which if you have severely dry hair, I would use this once a week, or you can use it every 2 to 3 weeks. Shampoo, condition, and then use this in the shower really quickly. Slap it on just from the mid to the ends and then leave for 3 minutes. I would also suggest scrunching it in a little bit when it's wet just to really penetrate, and then rinse it out again with cold water upside down. I hope this has been really beneficial for you. I'm so happy that you are celebrating and embracing your curls, because life as a curly person is just so much more fun. If you want to get in touch and ask any questions, please feel free to DM us on bosscurl.co. You can also top up any of your kits or purchase any other products at bosscurlco.com, and you can also email us hello@bosscurlco. Now, if you have anything that you want to just double check on, or go in depth into diffusing and all the rest, check out Curl Talk TV. That is on our website. If you go to Learn and then Curl Talk TV, we're going to be adding a whole bunch of extra things in there for you to understand and learn all about curl education. Have a great curly day, and I hope that you come back and embrace your curls, and also let us know how you went. Use the hashtag BossCurlMethod. I want to see all your results, and let's celebrate together.